I'm Jeremy. Thanks for coming to my channel. Need to make some changes. I do these really long videos, and I think it would be better if I were to kind of cut these down. And I really need to get to around a 10-minute mark. It's never going to happen if I don't make changes. And so, like everything else, whenever you do something new, you're going to screw up at it. But one of the things is that I should be able to monetize kind of the work that I'm doing as I'm doing it. And I've kind of had a bit of a small little minor epiphany, I guess you could say, and that is, for a little while I was doing these little word pads that I was pulling up on the computer, and I was wanting to timestamp whenever somebody said something. That takes a long time, and it's like, how can we do that better? How can I improve on it? So I was watching this. This is Jordan Peterson, the full interview is the title of the video, and it's from John Stossel. That's his name, this is his channel, and he's got 889,000 views on this. And here at the beginning, he talks about kind of what's going on with politics, and they give 3 examples of it. And so let's listen to this and see how we can break this down into something that's a little more tangible, instead of doing like, well, here's a hyperlink to a video and here's a timestamp, because I'm not talking about the description below in the video. I'm talking about the WordPad note. I cannot credit every single person and every single that's too much. I need to focus in more to be more effective, more efficient with this. So let's listen to see what he's got to say.
People feel this guided pattern rights and impulsive freedom for so long. Free tuition.
Making quality childcare affordable.
You have a right to a living wage.
So it's like those are all good examples. They're all lies. It's all pablum. In other words, it's bland. It doesn't mean anything. It's just there's nothing behind it at all. What it really is that it's theft. So let's go ahead and we'll break these down one at a time.
Rights and impulsive freedom for so long. Free tuition.
Okay, it's not free tuition. You know why? Because somebody has to work, somebody has to do this. Why is it that we are going to steal from people who don't go to college to propagate the ones who do go to college? There's no return of investment on this. You know, you don't get some kind of the people who and the institutions who are doing loans. They get interest on that, but whenever we subsidize this through taxes, we don't. And I know part of the argument for that is that, oh, well, you get all these educated people, you know, and they're going to be able to contribute back into society, making things better for the rest of us. And it's like, that's not a guarantee at all. You are making an assumption with that. What kind of stupidity to say, well, not every single person is going to do that. It's not even going to be close. There's going to be plenty of people. How many people have you ever heard that they went out and they got a degree and then they didn't ever use it? Or they got a degree in something that was absolutely stupid. Or they got the degree and they did it for a little while and then they changed careers. So you can kick all that to the side. You can go kick rocks with that crap. It's a bunch of horse trash. It's like the correct answer is that you have the freedom, the ability to choose whatever manner you want to build yourself up in. So if you want to go do a trade, if you want to go do farming, if you want to be an electrician, a plumber, whatever, you can go and you can go do it. Nobody's going to pay for it, because it's like, why should you be special? It's like, well, you shouldn't. And you know what happens is that whenever you do this stuff, you make things expensive for everybody, because you take taxes from everybody to pay this stuff, and you're hurting everyone. And for those people who are poor, who need it the most, they're the ones who get screwed over the most. This is just a program for the rich, for the entitled, to get everyone else to pay for their nonsense. And that's how we end up with stupid stuff too, like gender studies. It's like that is not tangible at all. You know, and I don't care. You know, it's like if you wanted to do basket weaving or lesbian dance theory, I don't want to pay for that stuff either. And I'm not qualified to do that, and neither are any of these politicians. So it's about having the freedom for you to choose what's best for you. Let's move on to the next one.
Making quality childcare affordable.
You have a...
It's like, you know what? You aren't doing that either. Because you know how you make that affordable is that you allow students to be able to do bankruptcy. So then that way, these schools and these loans that are being handed out, that they're not just throwing these things around like they're nothing, which they do all the time because they're backed by the government, which is why you can't go and do a bankruptcy on it. There are a few examples where you can sue, but they have to be extreme circumstances. So I saw a video where there was a Michigan lawyer talking about this, and she ended up getting really sick. She had cancer, and they came to an agreement because it was like she was going to win in court. And so she only paid $7,000 of over the $300,000 because I guess they didn't say, but it would seem like she probably only did $7,000 worth of classes. But it's like, don't tell me that we have to tax everybody and make everything expensive everywhere because everything gets taxed. Everybody gets taxed. Everybody has income tax. Whenever you buy anything, it gets taxed, and it gets taxed multiple times during the entire process of making whatever it is, with the transportation costs, the manufacturing, the distribution, all of it costs money, all of it gets taxed. So you haven't made it more affordable, you've done the exact opposite. And because there are third world countries out there where they have good quality health care, where people aren't dying left and right because they can't get health care. They're talking about you should be able to go to a fancy, nice, new hospital like these rich people. It's like, I don't give a damn about the hospital, because that does not guarantee that you're going to get a good doctor, good nurse, or any of that stuff. You can find pieces of trash there just like anywhere else. How many people are being kept from going into these medical fields because of the student loans? It's like, why is it that a teacher who's teaching about medicine should be paid more or differently than a teacher who's teaching about anything else? It's like it's all the same. You're in a classroom, you're at a school, you have a book that's telling you exactly what you need to read with these lessons plans. My mom was a teacher. They had all this stuff laid out for you. Why does it need to be more? It's simple, it doesn't. But they want to use these buzzwords, they want to novelize it, they want to romanticize it, they do something in order to sucker people into this propaganda. That's all that it is. It's like, you know what, how many people are out there who are like, you know, I just want to do this in my community. I just want to help people. I want to be a good person and to be able to look after the elderly, the children, the sick, the injured. But man, I'm going to be in debt up to my eyeballs for the rest of my life, and that forces me to go to work for big hospitals or big clinics. I can't do small town work. I can't go even into big cities and just open up a small little clinic and take care of a small amount of patients. It's forcing me to be large and to get into this materialistic propaganda nonsense. It's like, no, I don't want that. I don't need a fancy hospital. I just need a room. I don't need a big fancy x-ray machine. It's like, I just need a machine that'll do x-rays. I don't need all this other nonsense, you know, and that's what they have in these third world countries. It's like they have x-ray machines too. They don't cost an arm and a leg to go and do an x-ray. It's like, you don't need all that crap. But if you want to, it's like, should it be available? Yes. But I don't give a damn about fancy new equipment whenever the old equipment's doing just fine. I don't give a damn about fancy new hospitals whenever it's like any room will work. You know, as long as it's clean and sterile, and cleaning equipment is not expensive. It's not at all. Everybody, everywhere, they've all got cleaning supplies and cleaning equipment. So no, it's all a lie.
Right to a living wage.
You are not doing that because, again, you have just made everything more expensive because of all these taxes, all these welfare programs. It's like with welfare programs, it's like it was never intended, it was not designed to be something that people could permanently live off of. And yet people do that. Part of it is because managing money is difficult. And whenever you make money more and more a part of life where you're forcing it because you've made everything outrageously, astronomically expensive. And we know this because we take things from China and we can afford to ship them halfway across the world to the United States, and it is still cheaper to do it that way than to just have it right here? How does it get that way? Because of all the red tape and the nonsense that goes on with these lying, crooked politicians with their word vomit that they always gush out to everybody, to stupid suckers who want to go out and virtue signal instead of understanding what the truth is. It's like, if you want to make things more affordable for people, then you need to stop doing all these inflationary tactics, and you need to do deflation. You need to do everything in your power to make things as cheap as possible. And you know, I talk about this. I did a video yesterday where it's like, how great would it be if you had all the best information at your fingertips from one site that you knew was it, because it was just ridden with checks and balances by the people for the people. It's like, I tell you what, I've got this all taken care of. And so instead of just doing Jordan Peterson full interview timestamp and referring back to this, what are we really talking about? We're talking about these are not programs designed to help. These are programs meant to steal from some to give to the others. That you should be able to have the opportunity to build yourself up in whichever way that you want to, but you have to go out and do the work. That you don't get to steal the work and label. You don't get to steal the work and the labor of others to be able to make that happen. You have to do your own damn work. And we see this constantly with these stupid college kids who go there and they cry about this stuff. Nobody else has this special treatment. Nobody else has this privilege other than the privilege of these elite people, of these special people with their worthless degrees. And I'm fed up with it. So if you are too, right now all that I need you to do is just to like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and become a member, check in from time to time or more often if you want to, whatever, and share it with others. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.